Good morning to all. This is for class 6 MSc. Class 6 today we are going to start our chapter number 9, the spirit of sacrifice. First concept. Sacrifice need great moral courage, rectitude and a sense of being an integral part of God's creation. One may make little sacrifices for one's family, friend and loved one, but this is more of a duty than a selfless act. True sacrifice is free of emotion, attachment and filial concern. It embarrasses entire humankind and whole society in its ambit. Real sacrifice lightens the mind of the doer and give him a sense of peace and joy. So this chapter is about the spirit of sacrifice. Sacrifice need great moral courage. It is not that everyone can do the sacrifice, but the one who has the moral values in him, he only can do the sacrifice. So doing sacrifice for family is another thing, but doing sacrifice for others without any emotional attachment, that is the great humanity. Now overview. It takes considerable moral strength and a benevolent heart for what is rightful one's own, in the larger interest of the community and society that one is an integral part of. Wealthy people do espouse philanthropy, but for an ordinary middle class person to give away what he surely needs is no mean task. Ratan Sahu was one such man who happily gave up his inheritance for a great cause and despite protest from his wife and children continued to live in. Here's how. So this is the story about Ratan Sahu, who happily sacrificed for the great cause and he protect his wife and children. So we will study about Ratan Sahu in this chapter. Can you imagine what we will be able to do with the money? Sumi thrilled excitedly. We will buy a new car for you to drive to work and buy the latest LED TV. That fridge of ours has outlived its utility. We will get a new one. Raju has been needling me for a bike for a month. He will get his bike now. Suman won't. Then he said like this only. So it is Sumi who is saying all these things. She is saying that now we got money, now we will buy this and that, means a car, then LED TV, then fridge and a bike for Raju. Then Ratan listened to his wife recite for the long list of newly conceived requirements. He felt strangely disturbed, not quite enthusiastic about this almost obscene display of material greed. Nevertheless, he kept his silence. Why don't you say something? He heard his wife Sumi ask him curiously. Oh, he sighed tiredly. I will get some sleep, dear. It has been quite a tiring day at the office today, he said softly and turned over away from her on the bed. So Ratan was not that much excited for buying new things, but Sumi was. So Sumi was saying that only I am speaking that we will buy this and that. Why you are not saying? Then Ratan replied that I am so tired from the office work. Now I need to get a sleep. So by saying this, he turned to sleep. Now Ratan Sahu was first generation urbanite, having been born and brought up in a village about 100 odd kilometers from Cuttack, where he worked and lived now. He had a comfortable job with an export firm dealing in handicraft and silverware, working as a vendor, development executive. He had 3 children with Sumi. His wife of 20 years lived in a rented house, rode an old scooter, and strived hard to give a good education to his children. While trying his best to keep his family in comfort, recently his father had passed away at his ancestral house in the village, and it was only yesterday that he received a call from the lawyer asking him to be there and take legal charge of the property that he was the sole heir to. It was roughly 8 acres of prime agricultural land and a large 2-story house that he had inherited. At present market value, it would easily sell at about 30 to 40 lakhs, a huge amount for a person who had only 20,000 rupees in his bank. His elder son Raju had to be sent an engineering college, which meant more expensive than he could handle at that moment. Usha, his daughter, was 16 already, and they will have to think of her marriage in a few years, more expensive. Ratan slipped into a troubled slumber, thinking these thoughts. So what they had done? Ratan Sahu was doing very hard work in order to keep his family happy. He is giving them good education, he is giving them good rented house to live in. But now recently his father had passed and he left some property which was 8 acres land, which was to be sell about 30 to 40 lakh. It was a huge amount. Now as the Ratan was leaving for the village the next morning, Sumi said wisely, do strike a good bargain for the land and house. Don't worry if it take a few days more. You have already taken a week leave from work. So now Ratan was leaving towards his village. Then Sumi said that do good bargaining. It does not matter whether it will take some time, because you already took a week leave from your work. So if it is taking time, it's okay, but you should sell them at good price. So for today till here it is enough. In next video I will provide you more explanation.